should we go now to Reggie's Corner? Do you have any theme music for Reggie's Corner?
I don't. You didn't tell me to have theme music ready for this.
Well, I thought you just had something right there at the push of a button that could meow and bark at us. You know what we got to get? With the kid, when I was a kid, you'd see the cartoon of the dogs barking some tune from the 40s in the cartoons. Maybe that could be the theme for Reggie's Corner.
Just any old tune from the 40s?
Well, I can't remember exactly what it was. Or maybe just the saber dance. Ruff, 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 ruff. I just woke Harley up. I'm sorry. Anyway, we come now to Reggie's Corner. Please bear with me here, because we want to give this the attention it deserves. And the top of the stack is and also I've gone through a bunch of emails, folks, and we've been getting more than ever. So, there they come. They're coming in now. Everyone gather, please. Take a seat, any pew.
Let me stop this.
Just any pew that's open. Just take a seat. Come on in. My friend Joe Musoff wrote and unfortunately says, my family unexpectedly lost our cat Polly on June 3rd due to kidney failure. Polly was a purebred Siamese cat. Apparently, Joe's grandparents' Siamese cats had a litter 14 years ago, and that's when he adopted Polly and her brother Jack. And he says Polly was kind of dumb and had a short attention span, but she was also really sweet and friendly, unlike her brother Jack, who's a real prick and a complete moron. But he says she'll be greatly missed by our family. Even though her brother Jack may be a prick, I do feel bad for him too, since he lost his sister and is now the sole cat left in the house. So, Joe, we're sorry to hear that. And there were pictures of Polly and
the prick.
And the prick.
He called him a prick twice in that email.
That cat must have some heat. Cats can piss you off.
Oh, yeah. That's why I don't have
that talent.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you can find a nice one.
They condescend.
And like Leanne from Texas, she lost her 8-year-old cat, Abby. And unfortunately, I don't think she doesn't say exactly what the problem was. But, no. I'm sorry, she was not 8. She had her for 8 years. She had wandered by, and she picked her up as a stray, so she assumed she was between 10 and 15 years old.
Oh. Apparently, Abby died of a broken heart. She was afraid of getting sued and signed over all of her assets to her spouse, and then lost all access to the money that Abby had earned in Japan for many years.
You gotta be disrespectful to Abby the cat and Abdullah the butcher, both in the same swell foop.
I didn't say anything about Abdullah the butcher. Your mind just went there based on what I said, which is pretty telling.
Moving on to Rob in Tyler, Texas. And this one pissed me off because the Tuesday after Memorial Day says, my family lost our baby Moolah May. We had her for only a few years, but she provided countless hours of emotional support, comfort, playtime, and snuggles. And he says she was hit by a car in front of my wife and I, and the son of a bitch didn't even stop.
Oh, that sucks.
And boy, I tell you what.
That's awful.
Rob, if you got a license number and you either need a defense fund or you'd like somebody to help you dispose of a body, then you can contact me through the corny email, and then we'll go somewhere on the dark web. But that's ridiculous. But
maybe get Hotchkiss help you get on the dark web.
Well, you know what? He got on the dark web the other day, but the thing was, it was just a complete black screen. I couldn't see anything.
The cat's name was Moolah May?
Moolah May. Well, no, that was a dog.
That was the dog. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is he going to replace her with June Burke?
I think probably Cora Combs Stewart. But anyway, Chris in Omaha. He wrote that we had no warning that our beloved 8-year-old greyhound Charlie, not from Starkville, would break his left hind leg, and x-rays showed advanced bone cancer. It's a fairly common malady for greyhounds. That's a shame. I never knew that. Charlie was a champion with over 180 races. His enthusiasm for walks and romping in the yard seemed limitless. Charlie was like Ric Flair, always ready to walk that aisle and strut his stuff. But
Charlie owed all the other animals in the neighborhood money.
And also he did like to stand up on his hind legs and open his trench coat and flash the other greyhounds.
Charlie's not allowed to fly anymore.
He can only take a helicopter to his races. Moving on, my name is Scott from Innismore, Ontario, Canada. Innismore is right down the road from Innermore. But on a more fucking serious note, Scott says we recently lost our beloved Stella. She was a cream-colored standard poodle, and Stella was a lot of work and was very anxious about just about everything, but she was a loyal companion, loved to play ball, and was a huge part of our family home. And though Stella is now at peace, she remains loved and very much missed. And Scott just wanted to, and again, the pictures are so cute, have Stella recognized on Reggie's Corner. And finally, we got to end up with another one of our furry species friends, not the dogs or the cats, but David in Las Vegas.
What species is that?
Well, no, I mean, he's writing about a different species than a dog or a cat is what he's doing. He's our species. He's a Homo
sapien.
Sapien. Well, I couldn't remember whether it was Homo sapien or Homo erogenous.
But anyway, it's sapien.
It's sapien. All right. David from Las Vegas writes, Dear Jim, I have some disturbing news to share and ask that you beg my indulgence. Sadly, my pet gerbil, Mr. Wiggles, passed away unexpectedly.
Mr. Wiggles?
As a practitioner of celibate spiritualism,
what?
I attempted to protect Mr. Wiggles from being stolen and or abused during Pride Month. But long story short, I squeezed Mr. Wiggles into a toilet paper tube and attempted to hide him from injury by inserting him up my anal sphincter.
Oh, come on. What is this?
And sadly, Mr. Wiggles suffocated to death.
How is this in Reggie's Corner?
See, I thought like you did. I was about to call bullshit. But then he says, Jim, I've enclosed a photo of Mr. Wiggles for your edification. I would appreciate your warm, soothing words of encouragement during this time of personal turmoil and emotional distress. Sincerely, David S. from Las Vegas. It might be Dave Sahadi. Did he move out there? And
let me just clarify, I go with my original thought. David S. may not be part of my species.
Well, no, because he sent a picture, and he enclosed the picture, and there is a picture of Mr. Wiggles in the toilet paper tube, laying in the palm of a hand that obviously must be David's of Las Vegas's.
See, the sad thing is, it's either David of Las Vegas doing this filthy act or taking this photo, or he went on the internet and searched for gerbil in toilet paper dispenser photos and found this.
Well, you're trying to call his veracity into question. That's what you're doing here, saying this is a fake photo of a gerbil in a tube.
I'm not saying that. I'm calling his mentality into question.
I'm thinking you're shitting all over the memory of Mr. Wiggles.
I'm thinking he's shitting all over Mr. Wiggles.
Well, Mr. Wiggles is an innocent victim in all this. He didn't ask to be crammed anywhere. He might have been perfectly fine. He could have lasted all through Pride Month and come out unscathed, but instead, in an effort to protect him, he was an innocent victim of a charitable act, and he was smothered by the lower colon of David S. of Las Vegas.
Hey, Swami's upset about this.
Well, how does Swami feel about gerbils?
He's not a fan of gerbils.
Well, then he ought to be celebrating that Mr. Wiggles is gone.
David S. What a weirdo.
Speaking of wiggling out of things, we got another email. And this
was that the end of Reggie's Corner?
That's the end of Reggie's Corner. I'm sorry, I should have called it. Are we officially done with Reggie's Corner?
We are officially done with Reggie's Corner. We will return next week with more bad taste segments.
Oh, come on now. Uh,